There's a lot of people who kind of joke or like say like, you know, they wish they were a stripper or they want to be a stripper or I'm just gonna be a stripper. And I feel like they're not taking the time to realize the kind of toll, you know, sex work has on you mentally, emotionally, physically. Can you tell me what doming is or dominatrix is? I guess it's different for everybody who wants to try it, but it kind of just means that you're getting involved with different levels of BDSM. Like it can be sexual or non-sexual, and I guess I just prefer the non-sexual, so I don't have to really use my body. That's kind of why I stopped being a sugar baby, because I didn't want to use my body anymore, and that's pretty much what guys want for you. So I started trying to be like a sugar baby when I was like 18 or 19 years old, and I guess the transition from that was you're always kind of asking for money or expecting someone to give it to you, but I guess with doming it feels more powerful because it's men wanting you to humiliate them for money, for way more money than anyone ever offered to sugar me with. So it pays the bill, it's cool. I would say I get ready in a similar way as like I do for school. Like I'll smoke, I'll do my makeup, I'll decide which shoes I want to wear, because when I'm doming, it's like shoes are a big part of my performance, I guess. I usually make them worship my feet, like more like my shoes, because I'm not really into feet, and it just seems like all men always seem to be into feet. So, you know, I'll let them kiss my boots, and that should suffice enough without getting to like my actual feet. But that's usually how I do it. So I'll do my makeup, I'll smoke. Usually they'll call me an Uber or a Lyft, and then I'll head there, and I guess that's more of like my physical preparation. I guess I haven't gotten to the point where it's like I'm switching on this new person. You know, it still feels like me. I'm still me throughout the experience. But I guess I do kind of disconnect from myself in a way, just so I don't necessarily have to be there, because I mean, I have had like, I usually like older guys, so I mean, I usually have guys that are like more on the attractive side, but this particular client that's like high paying isn't. So because I don't feel any real physical attraction or like mental attraction to him, I kind of just disconnect, so I don't really have to be, so I can pretend more. But it's not like I'm making him feel like he's super attractive. I'm making him feel like his piece of shit, so.
My name is Jasmine Flowers, where you never underestimate the power of the flower, and there's too much room to bloom in a garden.
How much money have you ever made doing this shit? Like, how much was the most you ever
in a day? 2,800 in a day.
Okay.
If you know a motherfucker that's gonna give you some money, then you know. I mean, I took care of bills and shit.
So what do y'all pay for?
I mean, shit, whatever we work for, you know, we work this. Our money, we give our.
Work on it's gonna cover it.
Motherfucker got red bottoms, Prada shit, Gucci, Louis Vuitton, Alexander McQueen,
I'm ready.
All type of motherfucking shit. Shit, we got a whole house. We just don't be there.
Real pretty bitches out there really chasing a bag and still in school. You know what I'm saying? You out here
bitches, y'all need to
get some
it
money.
ain't easy.
Then you might as well get some money out that shit for real.
I got a lot of college tricks.
Yeah.
Like,
Me too.
them young ass college chicks, baby.
And
They got
spend.
motherfucking money.
Man.
Real
for
shit.
Real.
They motherfucking got money, baby.
It's the
You got
blade.
bitches
Okay,
that
the
got
blade.
boyfriends, like,
Okay.
tricks that got
The
boyfriends,
casino,
but
which
they
is the
just
carpet.
charge high
Yeah,
as
the
fuck,
strip
like,
club, that's
bands,
the strip club.
like,
Okay.
50,000,
If
you know what I'm
you
saying?
cross the line.
Yeah.
30, 40.
Okay.
So what I did is I made a second Snapchat because I didn't want them on my personal one with all my friends and stuff like that. And what I did is I went on a lot of live streaming apps, not like the sexual ones or anything like that, just like
OnlyFans, like-
not even that, like the free ones that you don't even have to have an 18 plus. Like you're completely clothed, all that kind of stuff, and it's just people want that, and they're like, oh, take off your shirt, blah blah blah. I'd be like, oh well, you can add my premium, all that kind of stuff. They add it, and then you just advertise on your story. If you have friends that sell too, advertise each other and all that kind of stuff, and you build yourself up. Like I have over 3,000 followers on my premium. For me personally, each picture is 10, but they can pick what the picture is of. So like full body, just my ass, my pussy, my boobs, anything like that. My feet, I don't know what you want. Yeah, and like there's people who will pay just to have a cute picture of me smiling and all that kind of stuff. But it's really just up to whoever that wants it. Each picture is $10. Sometimes I'll do packages. Like if I have a bunch of old like nudes and stuff like that, I'll be like, okay, it's 100 for all 20, 30, whatever it is. And so people will send me the 100 for all of it. And honestly, it works out really well just because like I took them to send them for free anyway.
They don't really know.
Depending on what state you're in, there is a minimum for how much you can make on a small job without having to report it to taxes. Find out what that minimum is. I know I exceeded. So you need to pay your taxes or you can get like audited and you get a bunch of trouble. That is a big thing that people think they don't have to think about. Is you get all this money, but where the fuck did it come from and you're not reporting it, you need to do your taxes. I would say if you are not comfortable being talked to sexually, being honestly objectified and sometimes even disrespected, if you don't know how to handle that well, I would say don't do it at all. Because there's a lot of people out there, like, you know, even working retail, you have Karen coming in asking to talk to your manager, you are the manager. And people are being like, oh, like, let me fuck you, like, I'll send you nudes if you send me them, and you have to hold your stance of like, no, I'm selling, this is my job. You don't walk into McDonald's and ask for free French fries. Why are you coming in asking me for free nudes when you already know that that's what I'm selling? Stuff like that. They will send you pictures of their penis. Girls have sent me pictures of their vaginas, like, without me asking for it. I used to charge people to send me pictures of them because at that point, like, might as well, you know? And so if you are not comfortable with yourself and your body, and there's gonna be the people out there too that they get the picture and they're gonna go like, oh, you're fat or you're ugly and stuff like that, and you can't let that bother you. If you're ever at all uncomfortable with it, like selling pictures or anything like that, stop. Because you will eventually start to feel like nothing. Like because there has been a point in time where I thought, well, am I doing this because I just don't care about myself? And I ended up feeling like, no, that's not true. But like I said, if you feel like you're doing it because you don't care about yourself or your body, don't do it. Because at the end of the day, you are the only person that matters in any situation.
Like, people just see what is on television and movies, and you think you dancing on a stage all night, but at some point you come off that fucking stage, and you know, you have people you have to talk to, people you gotta answer to, people you gotta protect yourself from. Like, I don't know, like, that's just something we need to be cognizant about. And it's one of the things that people don't think about, and therefore they don't feel like sex work is work. And it's like, please, like, you sacrifice a lot as a sex worker. Even your relationships outside of your work can get affected by that shit. Like, And just like, you have to mentally, emotionally, and physically prepare yourself for that shit. Like, they get burnt out easily, and it makes sense, you know? But it's also this thing where, like, some people, I know somebody who's undocumented, and so that's why she does sex work, you know? So it's not always easy to just leave it behind, especially if, like, it gives you a certain amount of money and that's how you pay your rent. You know, you might live in a place where it's like, I can't stop now or else I don't have nowhere to go. You know, there's a lot of people who kind of joke or like say, like, you know, they wish they were a stripper, or they want to be a stripper, or I'm just gonna be a stripper. And I feel like they're not taking the time to realize the kind of toll, you know, sex work has on you mentally, emotionally, physically, to be in a space where men are so demanding of you, and then it's your job to like comply to a certain extent. Like, that shit is exhausting.